What's up, traders? I'm champion trader Kevin Davey, and what's going on in the world of algo trading? Let's find out. So last week, I wore my Lucky Brown shirt, and guess what? They beat the Steelers. So this week, I have my other Lucky Brown shirt. Hopefully they'll beat the Chiefs. But this will be a tougher game. And this week I have a second good luck charm. It's Molly, the Algo dog. And you can see she also has her Browns gear on. If she could talk, she'd say, Browns! But let's get down to business, talking about algos. And I'm asked a lot of questions about these weekly videos, but the most asked question is, what's a typical trend algo look like? So here's an example. This is a breakout strategy, and you can see it just follows a trend. So if you get an X bar breakout, let's say 10 bar breakout, that means the price is going up, right? And so this just gets in and goes long at that point, and vice versa for short. So that's all a trend following algo does. It just tries to get on the trend. Here's an example with platinum, and you can see how it reacts. And you can see there's times where it does pretty good because it hops on a trend, and there's other times where it doesn't do so good because the trend changes. This is a reactive strategy. Most strategies are. It's not trying to predict that the trend's going to continue. The theory is the trend will continue. Trends tend to continue, and that's the whole theory behind trend following. This doesn't try to say, oh, hey, in 2 weeks I think the price is going to be higher. It just reacts to what the price is saying. So that's a good example of what just a simple trend following strategy looks like. Now, let's look at what happened this past week in trend following, and maybe it'll give us some insight. First of all, if you look at the previous video that I created, the trends kind of look like this. And probably the most interesting one here was with stocks, where the medium and long term was solid green, meaning it was a good trend. But the short term was suggesting that, hey, it's not so trendy there. So that's kind of a warning sign when you see that type of behavior. And sure enough, this week, stocks fell. And now the short, medium, and long term are all kind of suspect, and they're not really in a good trend. So if you're trading stocks right now, or you have algos trading stocks, you should know this and just be careful of it. The one market sector that's working really good right now is grains. And you can see that as an example here with corn. That's looking pretty trendy, and it's trending up. And soybeans. Here's how soybeans look. And it's looking pretty good too. So if you have algos out there and they're trading the grain markets and you're short, well, you probably got beat up this past week. But take a look at them and just make sure that they're doing what you want them to do. Trend following, a lot of people knock it and say, oh, hey, trend following doesn't work anymore. Well, the fact is, no matter what time frame you're trading, you've got to get a trend to make money, right? Even if you're counter trend trading, you want it to go in your direction, at least for a short period of time. That means you want a trend in your direction. If you don't get a trend, you're not going to get profit. The only people who benefit from zero trends would be option sellers. And that's a whole different subject. And, you may want to go there, but there's a lot of danger in selling options. So most of us want a trend of some degree. Either you want a long-term trend and just hop on it. An example would be the stock market over years and years. That's a pretty good trend to be on. And shorter term trends you can benefit by using some algos. in any event, you do want some kind of trend to be in your direction. And if you're trading grains right now and you lost money this past week, you might want to examine what you're doing. And there's no guarantee the trend will continue, but all things being equal, I always like trends to continue until they start to show warning signs. And the stock market right now is showing some warning signs that, hey, you got to be a little careful. Well, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I'll keep making more. Subscribe to my channel. If you go to the link in the first comment, you'll see you can get a free mini S&P algo in the first week of January. It did really, really good. So you can take it and examine it and make it your own. And leave a comment. I want to know what market sectors do you think are working really well right now for either trend or counter trend trading. Leave a comment. Be specific. I'd love to hear it. I reply to all comments. Thanks for watching. I'm Champion Trader Kevin Davey, and I hope this next week in trading is really great for you.